In this lecture, I will show you how to use Bootstrap and jQuery for our project. Firstly, let's understand what Bootstrap is about and why we need to use Bootstrap in our project. Bootstrap is a free and open source CSS framework for responsive mobile-first front-end web development. It contains CSS and JavaScript-based design templates for typography, forms, buttons, navigation, pagination, icons, and other user interface components. And we need to use Bootstrap in our project to leverage the standard and professional UI design templates for building responsive and mobile-friendly web applications, and reduce development time as we can reuse many user interface components provided by Bootstrap framework. And this is the homepage of Bootstrap, getbootstrap.com. And jQuery is a free and open source JavaScript library designed to simplify HTML, DOM, cheat, Java show, and manipulation, event handling, CSS, animation, Ajax, and many more. And it provides an easy-to-use API that works across many browsers. And we need to use jQuery in our project to leverage its powerful JavaScript API for building responsive web application and reduce development time, especially when we won't have to deal with browser compatibility issues. And this is its official homepage, jQuery.com. There are three different ways to use Bootstrap and jQuery in our project. The first way is to reference URLs directly from a CDN hosting, for example from Google CDN. The second way is to download and put the files of Bootstrap and jQuery manually into the project. And the third way is to use Maven dependencies. And in this video, I will show you how to use Maven dependency for Bootstrap and jQuery, as it's quick and easy, and the ability to work offline without the internet, as the application will host the Bootstrap and jQuery files itself. Let's open the Maven project file of the Shopping Web parent project pom.xml file here to declare the dependencies for using Bootstrap and jQuery. Because both the backend and frontend applications we need to use Bootstrap and jQuery, so we need to declare the dependency for Bootstrap and jQuery here. Then the backend and frontend projects we inherit these dependencies. Dependency group ID is org.webjas, and the artifact ID is Bootstrap, and we use Bootstrap version number 4.3.1. And the second dependency is for using jQuery, so we just copy and paste and modify this dependency. Artifact ID is jQuery, and in this project we use the jQuery version 3.4.1. and we also need to have another dependency for the discovery and reference of Bootstrap and jQuery files by the application. So this dependency is with artifact ID is webjas locator core, and we use the default version provided by Spring Boot. So that's it, the three dependencies we need to declare in order to use Bootstrap and jQuery in our project. Save the changes. Then open the Shopee backend project here, Maven dependencies here. You can see the jar file webjas here, webjas locator core here, and the jar file for jQuery here, jQuery version 3.4.1 here. And inside this jar file you can see the files for jQuery here. You can see jQuery.js, jQuery.min.js, and similarly the jar file for Bootstrap here, Bootstrap 4.3.1 here, and under the jar file is the CSS file for Bootstrap here, you see. Then open the homepage of the Shopee admin application at the templates directory index.html here. and we modify the HTML code here to use Bootstrap and jQuery. Let me change the title of the admin homepage to home-shop me admin, and replace this meta tag with the meta tag with the attribute http equip equal to content type, and content is text / html semicolon, and just set UTF-8 to use Unicode. And for responsive on mobile phones, we need to declare this meta tag meta name equal viewport, and content is width equal device width initial scale equal 1.0, and minimum scale equal 1.0. This meta tag tells the browser to display the web page responsively on mobile phone screens. And then this is a section to refer to the files of Bootstrap and jQuery. Link ref equal style sheet and type equal text / CSS, and for the URL of the Bootstrap CSS file, we need to use this href attribute with the relative path is /web /bootstrap /css bootstrap.min.css. And in the body section of the homepage, we use the div section and use the first Bootstrap CSS here, class equal container dash fluid. This is a CSS class for responsive web page provided by Bootstrap framework, and we show the page heading in a subdiv section here. The text of the page heading is just show me control panel. Okay, save the changes, and now let me start this show me backend application under the boot dashboard here. Show me backend here, click start. Okay, the application has started on port 8080 here with context path / show me admin here. Then we use Chrome browser to access the show me backend application. This URL http localhost port number 8080 show me admin here, and right click view page source to see the link to the Bootstrap CSS file. Click here, and you can see it gives HTTP status for not found. That means the application could not find the bootstrap.min.css file under this path. You can see the path is relative to the server itself here, not under the context path or the application name show me admin here. So we need to use timediff in the code to generate the URL properly. So in the HTML tag here, we need to declare XML namespace XML and th is a prefix for template tag, and the URL is http template.org here. And in the sref attribute here, we need to use a template syntax th:/sref here that tells template to interpret and render the URL of this sref attribute properly relative to the application's context path. And here we need to use the sign, wrap the URL inside the sign here. Okay, save the change and come back to refresh the Shop Me admin homepage, and you can see nothing changed. It's because the application has not been reloaded to reflect the changes we have made. So we need to use Spring Boot and developer tools. So right click on the project here, Spring from context menu, and add dev tools here to enable the Spring Boot dev tools for automatic restart and automatic reload the changes. Wait for a moment. Okay, and we should restart the application. Restart. And you can see the main thread name is now restarted main, not the main thread as you have seen before. Okay, now refresh the home page, and you can see the heading of the page typography changed here. Show me control panel, view page source, click the link here, and you can see the content of the bootstrap.min.css file. That means the application refers to the bootstrap files correctly, and you can see template generate the URLs including the application name Shop Me admin here. That's why you need to use the template for every URL in the application here. Add sign, open bracket, and the relative URL and close a bracket. And I add another div section for the footer of the home page. Here in the footer we have the text, application name, and copyright notice. Shop Me control panel is the application name, and then the copyright notice, copyright copy character, and then Shop Me. Okay, save and refresh the home page, and you can see the footer text Shop Me control panel, copyright Shop Me appears here. Next, I will use script tag to refer to jQuery library and JavaScript library of Bootstrap framework. So here under the head section of the document here, I declare the script tag here. Type is text JavaScript, and we need to use the th::src attribute here. So template we generate the URL to the JavaScript library of jQuery properly. The URL inside this si opening bracket and closing bracket here, slash web// jQuery / jQuery.min.js is a JavaScript file of jQuery framework. And similarly, when using Bootstrap JavaScript library, we need to declare this script tag that refers to web// slash bootstrap slash js slash bootstrap dot mean dot js. Okay, save the changes and we can refresh the admin homepage here and view the page source. You can see the additional tags script for jQuery and Bootstrap JavaScript here. Click on the link for jQuery and you can see the content of the jQuery.min.js file. That means the application refers to the jQuery framework properly. And similarly, click on the last link that refers to Bootstrap JavaScript file, and you can see its content here. So that means the application also refers to Bootstrap JavaScript library properly.